Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another Arrow review, and this time it's episode 2 of season 4, The Candidate. So, well, we start off with some light humour about the fact that two of our team members still don't have a code name, both Felicity and Diggle.
Yeah, you'd think they would have got one considering they're the first team members.
That's a good point. But, yeah, I don't know, it's just a running joke.
Yeah.
We do have a few plots. We do have the Felicity plot, which is just her coming back to Palmer Tech and all that stuff, and being reminded that Felicity is not in charge of a company. She thinks she is, but it just reminds you that Ray Palmer was a dumb idiot to put her in charge.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's doing. We do get the introduction of Curtis.
Yes, we do have a new character, Curtis, who's going to be with Felicity, so we'll keep that around. She claims she's got a plan, but it's just a side plot with Felicity at Palmer Tech.
Basically, her only plan was to hope that Curtis can come up with some sort of new technology to save the company.
Yeah, we do have Diggle does once again talk about all the stuff with Hive. This time he mentions it to Laurel, but he doesn't mention it to Oliver again.
Yeah.
So we're still keeping secrets. But the two big focus points of this episode are Thea. It's all about Thea. This is really Thea's episode. The villain will be tied into with Thea, as we'll eventually see. We do have the fact that we finally start to talk about Thea's bloodlust and what's happening with her. It was kind of foreshadowed in the first episode of the season when she was being a bit aggressive, but now they've brought it into the forefront.
Yeah, and they're finally explaining, yep, it is from the Lazarus Pit.
Yeah. So yeah, the episode's all about Thea, but I like that they didn't wait too long to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, sure, they argue, they do stuff, but at least Thea admits it rather than trying to hide it for several episodes.
Yeah.
So at least, hey, they talked about it, it's done. But obviously that leads into an interesting plot with Laurel.
Yeah, there's another reason she wants to go to Nanda Parbat.
Yeah, you could see that earlier on when they were talking about Nanda Parbat, but yeah, obviously Laurel wants to bring back Sarah.
Who should look a lot more decayed by now, I think.
She still kind of does. I'm not going to put a picture up.
Still, that's not how a dead body should
Yeah,
look.
it is a bit weird. It has been a whole year. I would assume it would be way worse within a year.
Yeah.
But, oh well, what can you do? It is going to lead to a bit of an ongoing arc for the next handful of episodes with Laurel and all the Sarah stuff, but hey, at least we're getting Sarah. But, yeah. But hey, again, Laurel's once again being a hypocrite, because, they were saying, oh, we don't keep secrets, and now Laurel's going to keep another secret.
Yeah. But yeah, Sarah's coming back, and, anybody who's watching the show, after stuff has happened, it'd be pretty hard to not be spoiled, because, our friend Nebby saw the Legends DVD cover, and that kind of spoils it.
But anyway, there is... I know we won't be talking about this much through this season because it sucks, but I suppose we should quickly highlight the crappy flashbacks. Like I said, the first episode was alright because I like some of the stuff with Amanda Waller, but from this point onwards, except with one exception, the flashbacks are usually boring or just, it's nothing.
They had the perfect opportunity for him to go home.
Yeah, we know that, but it's enough about that. We do have to highlight the one thing I hate. It's the fact that they give him a haircut. Now, apparently that's because Stephen Amell doesn't like wearing that stupid wig, but I always enjoy it. It's amazing how a haircut suddenly changes his age. Now he looks the same as he does 5 years in the future, but he's still going to look, but we know he's got to grow his hair back when he eventually does return.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that. There's a reason for that. But yeah, I hate the fact that he's got a haircut. It's just stupid. But we also have another plot thread leaving off from the episode. It's now that Oliver wants to be the mayor. That and the Thea stuff is a big focal point of the episode. Yeah, we do have an interesting villain. We do get some more good
this guy, he works for Damien, but he's he doesn't quite do as he's told.
Yeah, we do get some interesting scenes with Damien.
One interesting thing is that Damien names people that the guy has worked for and all of which we recognize, except, unless I'm forgetting something, I don't recognize the name Rick Pinzola.
No, that's just supposed to be his most recent employer. But yeah, he does name drop the Triad and the Burton Alleys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like to name drop stuff. But yeah, we do get some interesting stuff with Damien talking with him, as well as some interesting stuff with Damien talking with Quentin.
Yeah.
But yeah, this episode, again, it's an enjoyable episode. At least it gives us an interesting villain, because a lot of the villains in season 4 can be a bit one note aside from the main villain. So we get an interesting villain. We get a lot of good plot threads. Again, I'm excited, but it's all about ongoing plot threads. Like, we've got the Sarah stuff. We get introduced to Curtis, which, hey, it was at least enjoyable.
Yeah, he's okay for now.
We do get introduced to the fact that Oliver's going to be mayor, the Sarah stuff, Laurel stuff. I like the Thea arc that's going to be happening, and I don't mind this villain, but I'm kind of half and half, but we'll talk about that in future episodes.
I'll go as high as 7.
Yeah, I'll give it a nice 7.5. It's a good episode. Not huge, amazing, but it's a nice, good episode. Again, proves my point that season 4 starts off fine. There haven't been really any hiccups or weird moments. The only weird thing I thought about is, and it's not really this episode's doing, is when they remind us that Laurel never knew what happened with Thea, which raises a point of why did she think that Oliver joined the League? The whole reason Oliver joined was to save Thea. I know Laurel didn't go with them, but it's just, you'd think Diggle or Felicity would have said something. It's like, oh, why is Oliver suddenly joined the League? Oh, well, this thing happened with Thea, but she didn't have any idea.
I don't know, maybe he didn't want her to know at first. I don't know.
But even when he joined the League, you would have assumed, like I said, Laurel or Felicity or Diggle or someone would have said. But I don't know, it doesn't make sense. But again, that's not really this episode's doing.
Yeah.
But I suppose that's it. What's the name of the next episode?
Restoration.
Well, we already know what that's referring to.
Oh, yeah.
But, again, I like the first handful of episodes. I like the ongoing arc we're going to have with both Thea and the Laurel and Sarah stuff. It's going to lead to a really good episode with number 5. But, anyway, it's a quick little review. It's not a lot to talk about. There's a lot of good focus.
We probably talked longer than you think.
There's a lot of good plot threads, but there's also, I don't know, an enjoyable villain. There wasn't much to complain about.
Yeah.
Which is good. Again, season 4's not as bad as everyone thinks. I will say this again. Everyone's always like, oh my god, people act like every moment of season 4 is torture. They really exaggerate it. I can understand some of the bad points, but that's not till much later.
Yeah, it's been fine so far.
Exactly. Anyway, I suppose we'll see you next time for more Arrow and other things as well. See you next time, guys. See you next time.